Hey everybody, I am filming a night routine tonight, and our night routine consists of first we cook first we clean, and then we cook, and then we get the kids down. I'm alone. I'm usually alone until Josh gets home. He tries to get home as soon as he can, but usually he's home around like 7:30. So we do a lot of the night by ourselves, but I just thought I would, it's staring at me, take you guys around and show you what we do. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So the intro video that you just saw was actually filmed the night before I made this video. That night got crazy. I wasn't able to film. I had a hard day, so I decided to pick back up and record it the next day, and so that is the footage you're seeing here. The first thing I'm doing is I'm actually going to bake. I'm going to make strawberry bread, which I actually made a couple days ago, and it was so good, and I had a lot of strawberries left over, so I decided to make it again. Before you start cutting your strawberries, just go ahead and put your oven on 350. Get out a bowl and put 3/4 a cup of white sugar, a half a cup of plant milk. I use Oatly, this is my favorite, and a half a cup of oil. I use coconut oil that is slightly melted, 1 egg, Now I'm putting half a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract and then another half a teaspoon of almond extract. Alright, and now for the dry ingredients, we're going to put 2 cups of all-purpose flour, two teaspoons of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, Now you're going to take the strawberries that you diced up and you're going to put 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour on those. And then mix it all together, and if you're smart, unlike me, you will use a bigger bowl. Now I'm just pouring the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients and mixing that together. And soon it's going to get super thick and hard to stir, and this is when you add in those strawberries, and then it's even harder to stir. Now I'm taking some coconut oil spray and spraying that in my bread pan and just scooping it in there. I'm taking my spoon and I'm just smoothing it over a little bit. Now just pop it in your preheated oven for 60 minutes. Alright y'all, it is dinner time. I decided to start on dinner while that bread was baking. Tonight I am making chili, and chili is another thing that we have really often in our house because it's so easy. You pretty much just dump everything into a pot. And then I just use whatever vegetables I have on hand. Today I didn't even have very many vegetables, so I'm just chopping up an orange bell pepper and a yellow onion, and I'm going ahead and cutting open that lime because I will be using that. I'm taking my favorite butter and just putting that into the pan so I can saute my vegetables. I'm putting some salt and pepper on them. If you know me, you know I love garlic, so I am putting a lot of minced garlic. I'm going to be adding a heaping tablespoon of chili powder, and then another heaping tablespoon of cumin. I was running out of it and it was like down to the nitty-gritty, so I decided to take off the cap and just dump whatever I could in there. I'm adding 2 teaspoons of garlic powder and 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. I am very loose with my measurements. I like a lot of seasoning, so nothing is exact. I'm squeezing the juice of that lime in there. Added a can of organic diced tomatoes. A can of organic black beans, slightly drained. I had some leftover chickpeas from some lunch that I had the other day, so I was like, why not just throw those in there too? I'm adding half a cup of tomato sauce. Two and a half cups of organic vegetable broth. I use the same measuring cup that I use for the tomato sauce for my half a cup. 3 large tablespoons of maple syrup. And a bag of some frozen corn. This might throw some people off. Like, I've seen arguments about if corn belongs in chili. I definitely think that it does. I wanted some cashew cream to go on top of my chili and I didn't have any, so I had to make some. So I'm just putting a cup of raw cashews in a pot and filling the pot with some water to cover the cashews. And I'm just gonna boil these for like 15 minutes or so. I'm taking some apple cider vinegar, some fresh lemon juice, and I'm putting that in my blender just to get ready for the cashews. Adding some salt to that, and then half a cup of water. Then I'm just draining and rinsing my cashews and throwing them in the blender. I'm gonna blend this on high until it reaches like this really thick consistency. And it should look like this when you pour it out. It's literally like the same consistency as sour cream. At this point, my bread was ready to be taken out of the oven, so I take it out of the oven and put it on the counter to cool. Guys, this bread is totally delicious, and I had some leftover glaze from yesterday, so I go ahead and pour that on there. Of course, the recipe to this will be down below. I wanted some cilantro, so I go out to my lame little herb garden to pick some cilantro. There are pine cones all over the plants. We did that so the dogs wouldn't get all up in them. I'm just washing my cilantro and then I'm going to cut it up. I'm going to be putting the cilantro on top of my chili, and I also want some avocado to put on top of my chili, so I'm going to take care of chopping that stuff up now. I wanted to include this cute little clip of Eve. She's covered in chili and her hair is all crazy, and I just thought it was adorable. Dinner is over, so now it's time to get the kids ready to go to bed. And the first thing that we do is we clean their rooms. We do this almost every single night. It really helps with the next day, like not being stressed out. Now I'm just handing Ashton his PJs for after his bath. I'm just closing the blinds and I'm turning on his galaxy lights and his little sound machine. I'm obsessed with his room at night. It's so cool in here. I'm making my way to their bathroom for their bath, and of course I have to add some bubbles. They act like they literally can't take a bath unless there's bubbles. While we're waiting for the tub to fill up, I just go ahead and brush Ashton's teeth. Josh took over bath time so that I could work on Eve's room. I didn't even make her help me because I just wanted her to hurry up and take a bath so we could get to bed sooner. But I could not believe how messy it was in here. It was literally so intense. The first thing I do is lift this drawer off of poor Tiana and Ariel. The sad part is that because it took us so long to get their rooms in order, we took out more than half of their toys and put them in the attic so that we could do a toy rotation. But there is still so much stuff in here and it still takes a while to clean up their rooms, so I am not sure what we're going to do about that. I go ahead and turn on her lamp and her sound machine along with her little night light. Finally, I'm done cleaning their rooms. Josh dropped off Auden in here, so he's just straight chilling on the bed. I get out everything the kids will need after their bath and lay it out for Josh. He's gonna get the kids ready so that I can go and give Auden his bath. I always give Auden his baths in my bathtub. It's just easier that way because all of his stuff is in here. So I go ahead and lay out his little bloomin' bath on the bottom of the bathtub. I take some Honest shampoo and body wash. It's lavender. And I just go ahead and scrub him. Honestly, giving him a bath is such a stress reliever. He is so sweet. And this is his little setup. After Auden's done, I go back to the toddlers and see if there's anything I can do to help Josh. And currently he was spraying her hair with some detangler before he brushed it and brushing her teeth. I go into Eve's room and I sit in this rocking chair to feed Auden at nighttime with the sound machine going. Josh comes in a little later with Eve to brush her hair out, and I think that this footage is so hilarious. It's so hard for her to sit still. After he brushed her hair, we just put her down and turned out the lights and kissed her goodnight. And Josh came in here with Ashton and was finishing up with him, and I come in here with Auden, and he's asleep from nursing, so I go ahead and just put him in his nested bean sack. And now it is time for some coffee. I'm just adding my all-time favorite creamer. This is a coconut sweet cream creamer. And then I'm putting some coconut sugar, about like a little spoonful of that. And then I'm gonna take my coconut whipped cream and putting that on top. I just realized like literally everything was coconut. Now it's time for some strawberry bread and to watch a movie and then go to bed. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please like and subscribe.